Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zara Bizak. Just trying to set my mic. I'll just connect in a while. Okay. Uh, so, yeah, my story also doesn't add up. Like sometimes I'm saying early morning, sometimes morning. So like that, I make mistakes. That's because of my mental condition and my capability to explain things, explain properly, talk properly, and all this struggle and all. And because of my, condition, mental health and physical also now. Okay, another thing was Paramahamsa Vishwananda, when I had that heart attack feeling, uh, no, the energy, as I was talking, the energy was coming here on my left side. So I don't know whether I was like thinking of whether I would die or what, have a heart attack. Thinking of the gurus and masters, who I think I'm connected with, maybe ungrounded or not connected, just deluded. Okay, so just taking a sip of my tea also. So please bear with me. I can't explain properly my case. It's going to, I don't know how many live streams it's going to take and whether it will deteriorate. So I do want a world full of honesty, happiness, prosperity, and do want people to reach out to each other. So I'm sorry this had to happen, and I felt guilty also. Some things I didn't explain properly. Sorry if I. Maybe I'll be able to explain it now. In the morning, when I got that day, when I got a call from this guy who needs help, I've known him since Karachi, when I was living there in year 2000 somewhere. When I was working, started working for Yusuf Molvi. My mother's relative is married to Yusuf Molvi. There I met this person and all this, and we started to talk on the phone. He already knows my condition, like I can't even trust my father, my own shadow, or anyone. I start to suspect people very quickly, like it, you know. Or one moment I'm like, yes, yes, help, help, and the other moment I'm like, completely opposite. Like you would think I'm a hypocrite, not sincere, and all this. But I've told him about my condition. Like we spoke over the phone, even when I couldn't go for work and left Yusuf Molvi's law firm. He knows I can't trust anyone. How does he expect that from me? Now he was saying, मुझे दुख हुआ कि आप मुझे trust नहीं किया. His last message to me. Another thing was that, about the phone number, mobile phone number. The day when he said it's urgent, I need 70,000, then he said, no, 72,000. So I said, no, sorry, I cannot help you and all that, right? I don't have that much money to help you. But he kept going on, asking for me to help him. Somehow, in a way, oh God, can't explain. Let me see. I don't see the messages. So, check on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Okay. But it gets too much for me to not. I will go to Islam. So any questions or anything about the Islam thing, later on you can ask me when I reach Islam. But now, yeah, so morning, I have the slip of tongue too at times. Morning, he called and all this. And then I said, okay, he's not leaving me. He's saying he needs help. And the way his voice was, I was like, thinking, anyhow, I don't like to humiliate people, but I don't like to humiliate, but you are such a this and that. So what happened is I messaged my brother. He was saying he needs help. He's asked people, but no one wants to help him financially in Pakistan, the people he knows. I said, I didn't say your company. I didn't realize he was working still. The next day, another day, he would go to work there. So I wasn't thinking. I was like, already it's very difficult for me. So I messaged my brother in the morning after talking to him. Maybe it was afternoon, I don't know, by now. I said, sorry to disturb you at work, if you're at work. Excuse me. And so he agreed. Like, I've never borrowed money from him. I never go out of budget. But somehow he said, who is this? I said, I said, I trust him and I've known him when you were in Dubai. He was talking to me over the phone when I was not well in Karachi. He was always there. And all this. He'd seen me throw up. I was like, आप कितने अच्छे इंसान हैं. मैं यकीन तो मुझे बहुत throwing up होती थी problem, nervous breakdowns or pain. Even meeting a good person, I would throw up. Like I'm talking to him over the phone. Excuse me. I go, let's put the phone down. And then I go throw up in the bathroom, take a little bit of rest, then go and say, try to explain to him कि मैंने throw up कर लिया. I threw up. And then that's why recently, I couldn't say it in words properly, like in my previous live stream, nor to him. Like, मुझे यकीन नहीं आ रहा है कि आप ये बात मुझे बाद में एंड में कह रहे हैं कि आपको दुख हुआ, हाँ, कि मैं आपको आप पे शक किया या आपको यकीन नहीं किया. So what happened is, in the night time, I was like, why didn't he cut a FIR? Although he told me why, but I was like, maybe I should check more interrogation later on. I told my brother to just put the money, don't send the money tomorrow, put it on hold. He said, okay, tell him to call me. I will find out if he calls me. He's quite experienced, right? So my brother's like, tell him to call me. Then I tell him, okay, so I was like, I asked him for the number, mobile number, and said yes. And so I'm more like into details talking, and my brother says, Adi, just tell him to send the number, and I will find out. It's like, it's Adi, I am experienced. I said, Hassan, I know you're experienced with this. I'm a more detailed person and, trying to figure out how. I said, no, I don't, it's not that I just want you to know more about him and why I felt, it just occurred to me that he, even for his own good, like he should file a report to the police. Although he said he went to the SHO and all this. And then the SHO called him the other day. said come the next day. Also, he has to go. And what's this? So now in the late night, my mind start to have these negative thoughts, right? It was one. Wait, oh no, I'm not checking. It was around 1:30, something like this here, in the night. Yeah, what is this, right? I don't know what's happening to my life. What is this? So more confusion and stress and distress and all. So, um, so for the phone number, mobile phone number, I asked my brother how to, like, what shall we do? So he said, ask him to call, give me. I didn't have his new number. It's been like some years now. This is how I go, you see. So I asked him for his mobile number, and he came on Facebook Messenger late at night. And he said the next day he has work, but he was awake. He's been awake. And he will go to sleep and he goes to work early morning. So I'm like, he goes to work? Couldn't his company help him? His boss? Right? And he can, वो क्या बोलते हैं, मनी तो आएगा. मैं तो इधर ना काम ना अपना मुंह सही तरह कभी कभी धो सकता. I can't wash my face properly. Today, like, I got up. So it's happened again, like Karachi, it's extreme case. I can't wash my face with soap. I just had a banana. I was going for a cheese sandwich, but I lost energy. Some force was taking me. I said, no, I don't want to have I can't. I just have a banana. So, okay, so he came and what did a so he said that, so this thing, he started to talk more about the burglary, that his wife they haven't come back home from Eid. He has only. And he's keeping his wife like safe, protected from too much over shock because of what, hiding some things from her, what has been stolen. And so then that night I realized that his wife didn't come back home with them. So how would she know? I mean, how would they know that there was a burglary in the house? And his mother, he said, has passed away. So how can his wife just be in the house? Does he have sisters? Like, I didn't ask in detail, but he's got brothers, he said, only, and who are retired, and his father's retired. His brother can't help him also. So I was like, how did his wife come back? Didn't come back. And so he had to tell me this for God knows why. What reason? इतना तोला सोना ये वो, so many what they call it, how to weigh the gold has been taken. So he's protecting his wife from sadma, shock, more shock over. So I started to think, like, he knows my case from Karachi. On the phone, over the phone, I've excused myself and we've put the phone down. If we're talking on the landline or mobile, just go and throw up. And I've told him, definitely I must have told him, I don't trust anyone. Not even my old friends, older friends than him, like 20 years older friends than him in Karachi. over the phone. He knows my full case. So here were I thought, okay, now this night the gurus are at work or something. Then another thing, I realized that how can he be now in his house when earlier on in the morning he's told me that he's using his neighbor's internet. He could have said that, I work, I have some money, pocket money, and from that I'm using the mobile internet. I fed my mobile with the card. He could have told me this, but he didn't tell me this. He told me that he's found an old mobile, he's fixed it up, and he has, he's in the morning he's using his neighbor's internet Wi-Fi. But then maybe he could have gotten. But then he should have told me that, no, I have my mobile internet, some money I fed, borrowed some, some money, little bit at least for the internet. But that's not what he said. He said, I'm using my neighbor's Wi-Fi. So I was like, is this a setup? Have my dushman also reached? Because I felt in Karachi, my enemies were using people to give us doka. Like even our maid, old maid. My brother came back from Karachi after some years. He told me that, even our Masi maid, old maid, has stolen things. Who never even stole a penny from our house. She's been caught stealing things. So every time like this set up in Karachi also, in the house, we would have these shocks come, like, oh my God. Like someone is setting people up against me, giving us dokas, betraying us, and all that, okay? So like that. And if my story doesn't add up, I'm sorry. I can't explain it any better than this now. I tried my best. I make mistakes and all. But it's not because of I'm being, I'm a hypocrite or I don't want to help people or something like that. Or that I'm lying. And I want to show that I don't help people. That came up because I showing off. No. I will get nothing, I know. So if he's telling the truth, but the story didn't add up. And I said, sorry, I'm honestly telling you. But the reason why I wasn't telling him in detail why the story doesn't add up to me, his story, was that maybe I changed my mind and my brother might call him, as to talk to him. Then was it the next day I had a headache? So he said, update kya hai? What's the update? And I said, yeah, sorry, it's been cancelled. We're not sending you the money. Right? He said, मैं समझा नहीं. I said, your story doesn't add up. Some parts of your story, like. And, that night I said, I'm not feeling well, I have to go. Because I realized something, it wasn't adding up and it was like a betrayal for me. I felt betrayed. So my health went down and I had to just lie down and try to rest. But of course, I knew I couldn't. I was overexhausted. I was trying to rest. I never give myself that rest even. But I was trying and I couldn't. So I started to send my brother, try to get it out, like this. And I had told him, he said he keeps his phone on silence. So I said when he gets up, he will get this early morning. Oh, whatever time he gets up, he's going to get my messages. I was very disturbed, like my health. I'm feeling like this, I'm not feeling well. Messages upon messages to my brother. That night, late in the morning, late in the night, morning. Yeah, so I couldn't rest. Um, or my brother could be checking on my messages. That my heart is feeling like this. So that's what else? Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, so let's see if this passion of mine to help people in this way and myself sharing. So, any questions? You see, Yazid's side, I wanted to know a long time ago. And so there are some, through the Quran ayats, I found that the Quran ayats, which are against polytheists, some of them also don't. They're unfair, they don't give the proper picture of polytheists, pagans. And if, like, for example, here, right, Hazrat Ibrahim took his son, he said, I had a dream. He didn't tell his son. The ayat is quite weird. Like, he doesn't tell his son that God told me in my dream to sacrifice you. He just says, I saw in my dream that I'm sacrificing you. What do you think of it? So he asked him, what do you think of it? But so that children killing or sacrificing is in Abrahamic religion. But at that time, his son agreed. So Surah Anam, ayat 137, also doesn't, like, it's against the polytheists in this way that they kill 140. Okay, since I'm here now on 140, they will have lost who killed their children in foolishness without knowledge. You see, and you have to consider all the things. Sorry, I'll just cut myself here. You have to consider what the ex Muslims and those who are in doubt about this religion, what is over the heads, what punishments. And how we could bring this message out. Just imagine in olden days when they found out they couldn't, how to send the message to people that this thing, yeah, they could have been killed. So if you're saying there were Alibets, enemies of Prophet Muhammad, but also think on that side where those who said anything against Prophet Muhammad could be mistreated, sternly treated, and also killed. Rumor mongers, hypocrites. So you would think we are infidels, and like the Sunni thought Shias are from Ibn Saba. Jews have made this religion. But now I think originally Jews' religion, some ayats have been stolen from the Jews, like Huway, when I read Huway's history, when Prophet Muhammad was having a discussion with Huway, even about the secret, these letters of the Quran. So you can't say that completely like he's innocent. The Muslims and even Prophet Muhammad is innocent. In fact, it's so scary. So much, before we obliterate your faces, some Muslim can take it upon himself and fight the leaders of disbelief also. So LA Kitab in trouble, polytheists or those apostates also in trouble. Yeah, you see, fight the leaders. Am I jumping too much? Like, fight the leaders of disbelief. Who? Fight in Surah Tawbah. So please consider all these things, and now the facilities and blessings we have, they are a blessing. At the tip of our finger, fight the disbelievers, and we will get many ayat translations, Quran, Surah Tawbah, like this, fight the disbelievers. It's in Surah Tawbah, this ayat. 1, 2, 3. So you're supposed to fight those. You've taken the revenge also. Oh, you who have believed, fight against those adjacent to you of the disbelievers, even adjacent to you. So this is, fight the chief. This 1, 2, 3 also ayat you can see. Fight the leaders. Okay, I'll just, the, they have urged to fight in the way of Allah. Fight against the unbelievers who live around you also. But you say live around you girdled, or, fight the chief of disbelievers. Fight the chiefs. It's not coming. But it will come. I will find it. So we have all this. Where is that? It's not coming. I said it will come. I will find it, and I know this fight the leaders of disbelief. Verse ayat. Who go against your religion? Fight the... It's not coming, I don't know why. Okay, this is not such a big problem. Fight the leaders. If they break the pledges after the treaty and assail your religion, attack your religion, then fight the heads of disbelief. So you see, I had to go through what Abu Sufyan, what was the Hudaybiyah treaty, how did the polytheists, disbelievers, break this treaty, and also that I didn't add up. Not right. I don't think the polytheists broke the treaty like the Muslims believe they did. So this is also unfair and unjust. Abu Sufyan went pillar to post, trying to apologize, wanting to apologize to Prophet Muhammad. He went to Prophet Muhammad turned away from him. He went to Abu Bakr. He went to Umar. He went to Ali. They all turned away from him to apologize. So, 12th ayat of Surah Tawbah. And then, not only this, and assail, they attack your religion. So if you're coming with this religion is true, why should you come like that, right? To do research. If you're coming like this, you'd say, oh, the Jews betrayed him, the polytheists betrayed him, the Christians, and, had to pay the jizya. Not much of Christians, but polytheists, Jews, disbelievers, apostates, infidels, hypocrites, all that. Rumor mongers. But doing honest research, You will find something else right here. You will find something else. So, any questions according to my uh, research, my way? Please cooperate, be civilized. Finally found Yazid being on the right actually in this. Through the Quran ayats, you know how tough. My Shia friend asked me a few years ago on Facebook live stream, in the comment section as I was talking about Islam, that then why would Prophet Muhammad put his children under all this sufferance and pain, hardships? Because Prophet Muhammad, you see, I didn't have an answer for her at that time. I was like, yes, right. Even I thought of when I had doubted or, contemplating on my religion, seeing Imam Hussein to be fully innocent, trying to see that, like, no, maybe, because, so much hypocrisy, so much power for even we're told that religious people, they show off sometimes, like what Imam Ali told Kumail and all this. And my father said that, it shocked me when my father said that, okay, now Bibi Fatma Zahra has come, but don't think you are something. You should be doing more praying and all this. Like, don't start thinking, becoming proud and thinking something of yourself, right? And I was like, how can that be? When we tell the Sunnis, not on the faces, but the question I would, no, the answer I would give the Sunnis is that, how can there be shirk in us? When, our love for Imam Hussein, love for Allah is like, so kind of, I can't explain now, but like, oh yeah, I had this answer for them in my heart, inside my head. But I wouldn't answer them like I was satisfied with my answer. So I said, whatever they question us with, I have an answer to that. And I can't believe that there could be a question of pride coming up when Bibi Fatma Zahra is your pushte pana. When Bibi Fatma Zahra, you've become a friend of Bibi Fatma Zahra. And how could you start, if now Allah has to protect me, give me that protection from ego and pride, and every time you have to keep struggling, keep struggling. Now please relax a little. Your ego is flushed. Bibi has protected you. You've given, take alms out of the wealth for them and purify them. But Imam Zain al-Abidin still teaches that at every walk you have to keep a check on yourself, that any time you may think, oh, I'm doing so well, but I never thought I'm doing well. Right? But that was, because Sayyid Ali also told me, don't worry. I said, I can't follow them, I can't obey. My health is such. So he said, just be with them. So by just being with them, great company in the Quran ayat, right? Being with the martyrs, the truthful, the Prophet. Great, and what a company it is. So my father scaring me that, don't talk about like even Hazrat Yaqub telling Hazrat Yusuf, don't talk about it to anyone, your dream, don't tell anyone. Even the brothers got jealous. So for that also, there's so much problems in this life with human beings. Not only religion, I felt the conflict was in human beings, but this religion has just made it even worse, and now my thing has changed. I think the humanitarian people are less troublemakers than the religious people. The religious people are the most troublesome in certain cases. The criminals and those are there. But this religion, you can't change their mind. You know, criminals, maybe Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji goes and talks, or what that movie we were shown, that lady went into the prison up close and personal. Michelle Pfeiffer and Paul Newman. You know, you go in the prison, you talk to them. But this religion, maybe I can't say properly, okay? Please forgive me. Another thing is, this religion just indoctrinates you. And if you start to think that Allah wants you to do this, without looking into the matter whether this Allah is true or not, you won't even be willing to listen to evidence coming from science, medical science, reincarnation. Even if reincarnation had the evidence, you say, no, keep it apart, because, I saw that, because my religion, first of all, I won't even read this book on reincarnation, on the evidence on reincarnation. No, keep it apart. Keep it away. Keep it away from me. So very, very tough. Very tough. This is why God is telling you, God has sent signs, moreover threats. Threats. You are made to fear so much that when you even have doubts, you say, no, let's choose this religion and start struggle, do good. If you do good, then you should have no fear. That's what they tell you. And what you tell yourself also. But if you have some doubts about this religion, forget it. Listen, after death, Zahra, listen, after death, if this religion turns out to be true, you don't want to be in hellfire, right? Get it. I won't even touch that, other religions. But doubts kept coming, questions kept coming up, and I had to dig deeper, and go through the fear, put aside the fear, and take a plunge in this. Our Imams have said, do the marifat of shaitan also, I think. There's a saying, I don't know how far that saying of the Imam is true, or whether I got it wrong. I don't know. But I said yes. Like in Surah Yasin it says, take shaitan as your open enemy, mubin. Open enemy. So you need to know who your open enemy is. And when my father told me that shaitan has spiritual knowledge there, he made me oh yes. Saw this. And another thing is that recently a very good Ismaili came to help me. We were discussing Salim Lalani's. He knows I go there to Salim Lalani. So every time I go there, he tells me, Zara, are you shocked? He cares. So like recently I was shocked, right? So I respected this Imam like anything. I loved, adored him. I would go down, to his feet if I ever saw him I'm very emotional. But then maybe, but now I think that I was telling my Ismaili brother on Facebook in the Facebook Messenger that even though I respect him, I'm sorry, don't mind, please. I think His Highness Aga Khan should step aside. I think I'm not telling you this like Muslims would, that he's not a Muslim. He's done things. He's gone far beyond the pluralism and all. He's brought reform in this religion, I would say. But I'm not saying it in a negative way that Ismaili Imam is not Muslim or not Islamic. What I say is he's beyond Islam. He's greater. this. And the Ismaili was saying, no, no, maybe, but no, Zahra, the Ismailis are very cool people. They accept you like, oh my God, the Ismailis are very cool people. So very peaceful and very understanding. But he was like very nicely telling me that, yeah, they accept pluralism, this, that. But at that time, Prophet Muhammad and Imam Ali, you have to see, like, again, read in context. No, no. I was saying, no, 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 no. It's you people who have been. I was thinking how to tell him this in polite form. Because they are also very polite, very cool people. So then, after talking to him, he was, he's from abroad, sleepy. My day, I was also sleepy, but my morning is my night. So I was saying, okay, I'll let you go. But then I realized that, this Imam, his honesty, I said, yes, honest, very humble. Salim Lalani is completely wrong against His Highness Aga Khan and the Ismailis. Although we are scared of Salim Lalani because he cuts you off. If you speak, when he speaks about Islam, he attaches Islam to His Highness Aga Khan, that he's un-Islamic, right? And when I tell him, no, the problem is in Islam itself, then he says, well, why are you talking about religion? And he cuts you off like that. So yes, people would be scared to talk to him because why? We can't talk to him. He cuts us off. He becomes rude in the sense. So I was saying, yeah, Imam, very nice. They let their people, ex-Ismailis also speak against them. Freedom of speech is there and should be there. And he said, Salim Lalani, I was told, Imam, I know this. And hearing it from the Ismaili was something that, no, His Highness Aga Khan will never kill, harm, or go after Salim Lalani. They don't do this like what is in this Islam. Opposing the Prophet, you kill whoever opposes Allah and the Prophet and all this. So anyways, I feel this poor guy, this Ismaili guy is very cool, and he's in his fairy tale about Islam. This is what jokingly, but I really mean it, but not disrespectfully. I was saying, Hazir Imam shows the best of Islam has given us. I feel Hazir Imam has not been true. If someone says he's the light, Imam Ali says there's enough light for you if you care to see it, for everyone. So this light, Noor Ilahi, could be for all those. So he was giving me nods for all those who believe in the light of God, the divine light. You don't have to be a Muslim or believe in the Imam and all that. And I told him, even though it may sound rude, I told him, a true master will give you that light. You don't have to see the light. Someone came and saw the light in His Highness Aga Khan's eyes. Maybe it is the light within yourself that reflects on that, because you're so pure, you're so true. A true master will show you the light within. Jiddu Krishnamurti has said, be a light unto yourself. Right? Be a light unto yourself. True master. And His Highness Aga Khan's burden will be lessened. So he was giving me Naat, and I said, sorry, this Naat starts with Ali's name. Although His Highness Aga Khan Karimaya, though nice, yes, very good. Yeah. But I said, sorry. He said, oh, that's really sad. I said, yes, I know, but I'm sorry. Prophet Muhammad and Imam Ali were killers of their time. But, he says, no, but at that time you should look. No, no, what the condition, any time, any place you look, the human rights condition is that freedom of religion, that's forever. Politics gave that freedom of religion at that time when Prophet Muhammad and Imam Ali were there. This house, Masjid al-Haram, was for all people. Now, the problem now with the Ismailis, I have also another kind of difficulty. Why? Because the Imam is so good, that he's beyond Islam. He's like the polities. He's like Mawiya. Oh, I mean, Mawiya and his, like marrying a Christian and letting her remain a Christian, like in somewhat. He's like, he's greater. He could be a Jew, the Huwayd's follower. There, I said it, frankly. Not to get him into trouble. So now is the time to reveal to you. At that time it wasn't, because you would have gone and killed me first and then His Highness Aga Khan. But now not. So now is the time to tell you that I feel what I feel about His Highness Aga Khan, the Ismaili Imam, Islam's Imam, Muslim Imam, that he like polytheists and Jewish, not like the Muslim, not even like Prophet Muhammad, the tyrant. No, 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 not even Imam Ali. Where is it? This house, this Masjid al-Haram, and they gave water. And why water was not equivalent to believing in Allah and the last day? How the two verses put? You see, Ismaili Imam protect his people from literally taking the Quranites. First and foremost, literally take the Quranites and take it from all sides later on. I'm not depriving you. Spiritual dimensions, allegorical, metaphorical dimensions. But some Quranites are very, about the law, very clear, like that. Even then they are badly put. Sentence structure and all this. And many other things, lousy way. Masjid al-Haram was for all people, for the citizens. So his Imam, I'll show you, I'll be coming to now concentrating on the Ismailis, how to bring them to leave Islam. They can have AKDN as a philanthropic organization. Masjid al-Haram was for citizens and all people. And all people. Quran. Okay, there is an ayat here which says, against that ayat, maybe in Al Imran, I don't know where I found it, unjust people. Have you made the this is about the providing of water, you see. So since I didn't get that on Google search, that ayat I was looking for, this ayat would do. 19 of Surah Tawbah. Ismailis, please come. I wish I could be softer in speech. They are very cool, very peaceful. When they talk, not to seem any passion. Very cool. Have you made the providing of water for the pilgrim and the maintenance of Masjid al-Haram equal to one who believes in Allah and the last day and strives in the cause of Allah. They are not equal in sight of Allah. Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Oh, one thing I'm being nudged to share here, personal. My aunts, like once we're talking and they say, do you realize, like in this way, I'm giving you an example. I'm not giving you a very personal, a true example where someone told mine. But we sit and, we say, do you realize that when we talk, we are like fighting our way, tone. How do you say? Tone is like this. And oh yeah, and my aunt was like, like, she's gone now. Like when taking shower, it's like we're fighting, putting shampoo. Not, I was like, oh my God. Say, I also sometimes feel crippled, like I'm fighting in my cells. Later on, or in year 2000, it intensified to no end. There was no limit. I felt every fiber was fighting inside. So I apologize, it's smileys. This, I don't know why we have this. Something wrong with us. It's in the family, like anxiety, family, fighting. Before, it wasn't that much. When, after having separated from his design, my aunts having divorces, and maybe we become very fighting all the time. Like my aunt's husband said to you, can't you ask me for this? And okay, I told you the personal aunt's person. And why do you have to, like, it's like you're screaming, shouting, fighting with me. Aram say you can ask me for a certain thing. So we developed this terrible habit of screaming, and it's like tone is not that civilized. How do you say? Okay, so please forgive me for that. I get also very angry. We have no control actually over anything now. And injustice happening maybe a lot. We shout for, in Pakistan we start shouting for justice. Because sharafat छोड़ दी हमने. Oh, that's the song. But शराफत की बोली कोई नहीं सुनता. Maybe if I was Agha Khani, excuse me, I have a great leader. That's it. I not become like this shouting. Even in Karachi. Agha Khan is not like that. They're cool, not very passionate. Like you hear Agha Khan is very, majlis, prayer. You hear our majlis in Indo-Pakistan, shouting. Right? So please forgive me. And yeah, that poor Ismaili was saying he's very scared of Salim Lalani. I have not told him that I will be, now see what I've done. There's talking, and there's spilling beans here. And the poor guy. So we are scared of Salim Lalani. He even threatened, like in a way that I will not allow you to come here, Ismaili. Salim Lalani threatened, I was told. Where is that? Salim Lalani threatened. Very scared of Salim Lalani. Some, poor Ismailis, they don't want to get into this debate or anything. They're peace-loving. Threaten who? Threaten and Ismaili. Maybe I get it. Threaten and Ismaili. Although I haven't asked this person. I also feel scared on his channel. You know, when we had that Zoom one, he said, no, no, you don't talk like this, otherwise I'll get you out of the Zoom. And I go naraz. I become sensitive and leave. I say, thank you, I'm leaving. Why you not understand? The problem is not in Aga Khan. And Aga Khan never do. You know, the sun. It is not obligatory. Why are you shouting? This me. It's a voluntary. Oh, you are shouting again? Ismailis will not come here, even if you are for the Ismailis, because you are shouting. Aga Khan's lawyer sends letter to Salim Lalani. Read it. So I told the Ismaili that the people who watched that no, he's showing documents. Aga Khan's, here we have Aga Khan's lawyer sends letter to Salim Lalani. Aga Khan, the response to oh, it won't take me to the petition, yeah. Called Ismailism. I thought he was ignored. They just ignore such people. You know, since ages, like if someone going up, they say someone or the other come and put the leader down. Maybe on this Facebook. But I told the Ismaili, I said, well, but still, some financial crimes. He said, there's no, it's not like that. You know, I know our Khani organizations are very honest, very trustworthy, very apparent. I told him, shouldn't Aga Khan, like when they ask Aga Khan for transparency, he gives, yes, he's told them. And I've even seen his picture, like he said, my inheritance from his Aga Khan the Third and all, his ancestors, they were in racing. You know, that's it, their family business. Horse breeding and racing. Although in 12 Shia, we are told this haram. But my grandfather also in the racing, my father go for racing. But he say, Imam not going into racing, not at all. We do bad, but not mean our Imam do bad. It haram, racing. Race course, racing. So what I miss now? Racing haram. Anyways, he's got his Highness Aga Khan said that he got his from his inheritance. He not use dosand money. And you know, Aga Khan is voluntarily, voluntarily, not involuntarily, not mandatory, not obligation. The Ismailis say, I haven't attended majlises. If I do, I don't have to give. I haven't given dosand. No one catch him. No one question him. It's voluntary. Oh, my ear's hurting. This headphone. So, but I must go on. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, and about His Highness Aga Khan. Very, very honest, humble man. Yeah, okay, it's Salim. I couldn't. Tax evasion or any financial crimes? Is Salim Lalani being investigated for tax evasion or any financial crimes? What's this? Beware of Salim. Here. Read it. Okay, I not have a Reddit application. Continue. How you use this? So, no, I can't. I don't know how to use Reddit properly. Is Salim Lalani being Salim Lalani's qualifications? But now recently Salim Lalani say he's not a Muslim. He threw a bomb on the Muslims. He's not Muslim. Who will support him and help him? Should the Muslim support him and help him? I mean, financially? Yes. But they won't. And Agha Khan linked to terrorism. That made me really laugh. I was in pain and laughing and Agha Khan linked to terrorism. You know, some leaders, when they go up, you don't realize. You see, these things we cannot say on Salim Lalani's YouTube live stream. You don't realize what you have. You go to Islam Muslims, they will kill you. If you say something like this against Prophet Muhammad, or if you say to a Shia that Imam Ali also terrorist, they will get so angry at you. But in a nice way. I told one friend, Irani, Pakistani, I said, you know, your Imam Ali, he's evil. She said, तुम हमारे मौला को कहती हो? You are saying to our Mawla. I said, yes, I'm telling you about your Mawla. That he evil man. In Karachi, I told her. Imam Ali is an evil man. You see what happened to you. You get any receipt? We get any receipt when we give khums? I don't know, my father not given to organizations whether we are organized. Maybe we get a receipt. From our Karadar, you get a receipt, Khoja Ishna Shari. Or you just give the khums without getting a receipt. I mean, His Highness Agha Khan is way beyond that, all this, that he be terrorist. Now, you know how Salim Lalani make us believe he's terrorist? I'm like, what is this? So he start history from where, you know, I was told by my aunt that, oh, sorry, no, I can't say that. But by someone I was told that His Highness Agha Khan, they are they become queens, Queen of England's this thing, sold to the Queen of England at the time, sold to the Britishers. They sold themselves. Yeah? Let us find out. And from there in the history, I don't know where, Salim Lalani started. His Highness Agha Khan, not terrorist. Oh my God. I not have, even in my dream, I can't think he's a terrorist. But his forefathers, maybe like Islamic terrorists. Like we have that assassinators, because they have to now go and kill those who, the hashish assassinators, assassins. Great. No, this movie coming, Ismaili. Sorry, if you mind me taking this accent, I cannot help it. Order of Assassins. Some say they used to take hashish and God knows what. This from Ismaili. Why they had this? Hassan is Sabah. See, founder. Now that's why even the 12 Shias are called Jews, from the Jews, Ibn Saba. This is Ibn Saba. Sabah in Arabic. Alamut Castle, and he take Salim Lalani take this history and say, come to His Highness Aga Khan and say, this His Highness Aga Khan the Fourth, Prince Karim Al Husseini, Prince Shah Karim Al Husseini, terrorist. Yes, if you, but he not to follow Hashashi. Maybe Hashim, I thought. No, this assassin Zara Hashish. So what they do here, order of assassins. The modern term assassination is believed to stem from the tactics used by the assassins. Nizari Ismailism formed in the late 11th century after a succession crisis with the Fatimid Caliphate. Now they have crisis with, they're part of Fatimid crisis. Oh my God. I'm not wanting to, I have to go on. Too hard on my heart. Fatimid Caliphate between Nizar ibn al-Mustansir and his half-brother. Now, Mustali, al-Mustali. See, in Shia Islam this happened. So it's not between Sunni and Shia. Contemporaneous historians include Arabs ibn al-Qan. This too. I read the Imam Ali's Nahj al-Balagha. I don't like to read some parts there. Too much fighting, thriller. The Nizari Ismaili state, later known as the Assassins, was founded by Hassan Sabah. The state was formed in 1090 after the capture of Alamut Castle in modern Iran, which served this poor Ismaili. He abroad, he not to know much. Syrian strongholds. Western was introduced. The Western world was introduced to the assassins by the works of Marco Polo, who understood the name as deriving from the word hashish. Now, I don't know. There's so many maybes, and I don't know for sure. Fidai. Yeah, this happened. You see? Finally, my headache gone. Take, what you call it? Bananas for headaches. Not take a pill. It's very true what that in the pharmacy men say. Take magnesium, or magnesium, however you may pronounce it. The assassins posed a substantial strategic threat to Fatimid, Abbasid, and Seljuk authority. They're always fighting. Threat, so they have to defend themselves. This is how they survive. Now, I go, to this liar. Sorry, I have to tell you, their father. Here, Imam Sadiq. I catch the main culprit. How I catch him? Existence of God. And also his other book, The Greatest Scientist Ever. Oh God, our Lord is all praise. You alone possess all power and firm authority. Yours is all praise. You are most high with oh God, God. Oh Lord, yours is all. Oh, I don't know. Indeed, cognizance of the mighty in the his companionship is solitude, light. Oh, agnostic denies the possibility cognizance of God's divine self through perception or mental faculty, but he believes in the existence of God. An agnostic denies the possibility of cognizance of God's divine self through perception or mental faculty, but he believes in the existence of God. Majority of people are God-seeking by human nature, though they cannot see God, but they see God's creativity in every creation, although and they see God's evil, God's injustice. Maybe we don't see the full picture. Yeah, we don't see that in all this evil, there is a just God behind all this. We don't see it. I even lost it at times. Gnosticism has many sects, and some of these sects claim that they have seen God. And some sects are quite, oh, God's divine self is invisible. So, for the eyes. But you know you have a soul, right? And self for the eyes, but visible for the eyes of the heart and the mind in this world and the hereafter. Good. Ali had seen God with eyes of the heart. Which is more reliable than the eyes. So you can become one with if God lives in your heart, like Hindus say. So Ali had seen God with the eyes of the heart. And where was God? Where is God? Now Prophet Muhammad had seen Jibreel through his heart, but not God. Surah Najm ayat. Oh my God. Okay, I think I need to have my tea because if I'm doing this, no one has come here for questions. So I'm going to make a question and answer session. Oh, it's late now. Yes. I think for now, maybe later on, I will disturb the neighbors. Like the Shia reasoning also not to make sense. Okay, let's see. Ali had been seen, okay, which is more reliable than the eyes, which cannot see microbes, and is deceived by mirages. A true Gnostic believes that spiritual knowledge is above faith, and that salvation is attained. My ears are now really hurting. Atheist, I can't go. Sorry, I have to take a break. I have to. Thank you so much for the likes. God bless you all. Wish you the best. May we, as we are divine, I think, or I feel, we are not lacking anything. May we not suffer thinking we are lacking. It's the mind that says. I have written some Urdu, I tell you, couplets. ये दिल, ये दिमाग है जो कहता है प्यार फिजूल है, वो दिल है जो कहता है प्यार खूब है, right? This mind, brain, I write, dimag, that they say love is useless. That heart that says love is khoob, good, not useless. Okay, thank you very much. Khoob.